My name is Kala Arvind Kala. I think I made a one very big mistake. I should have stuck to politics. I would have become chief minister, cabinet minister, chief minister, or at least an MP. But I did not. Let me tell you my life story. You see, I discovered my leadership qualities in the eighth class in school when I was made a class monitor. So class monitors used to say shabash to other students by patting them on the back and saying shabash. But I had a different way of saying shabash. We used to have those rulers, 1 foot rulers, wooden rulers that we used to use in geometry. So when I used to do shabash to somebody, I would have these two rulers and I would knock them on one another like a drummer and say shabash with the ruler. And I became known as a very, very stylish fellow who said shabash with a ruler. In fact, everybody wanted me to say shabash to them. So I did say shabash to them. I'm a very obliging fellow. And then in the ninth class, I couldn't become monitor. I became deputy monitor because the monitor got more votes than me. So, but I knew one thing that if I have to go into politics, I'm very good at buttering up people. So I would carry the monitor's bag and fetch water for him. But the monitor was a very lazy fellow. Once he had to climb this thing, flight of steps. He asked me, and he climbed on my back, and he said, "Take me up." I thought I would. This is too much, but still, I took him up and all, and I gasped and I gasped, oh, 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 like that. But I said, if I butter him up, then it will help me in my breathing. Then later on, when I grew up, etc., I fought in my village panchayat, and I decided I would sit on a hunger strike to get all the villagers ration cards. So, and I thought, I give very soul stirring speeches. I can rouse anybody. I am like an orator. I can, my speeches can rouse a dead man from a grave. So when I sat on a hunger strike under an old oak tree, I thought everybody would join in, but the bloody fools did not join in, and I was sitting alone, feeling hungry. And those bloody fools who should have joined me, they were eating samosas and tempting me, and laughing at me. And I couldn't eat a samosa because then everybody would have known I'm a fraud. In politics, you have to have strength, and I had strength. I sat around there. I was hoping that they would all go away so that I would get a bite from somewhere. But they all hung around because they wanted to see me fast while they. Uh, like that, it was a real tough this thing. Later on, I fought for the panchayat election. Oh, that particular village panchayat election, I lost only by 2 votes. Those bloody 2 votes were enough. I became a loser. Then I went and tried for an MLA ticket. So my boss wanted money, so I had 10,000 bucks. I said, "I'll give you 10,000." He said, 10,000 is nothing. So I said that. Then he said, he spotted some gold on my teeth. He said, "Why don't you pass me that piece of gold?" I told him what will happen to my tooth. I will have a cavity. He said, "You can have a cavity, but then I will have the gold." So this was very bad, but anyway, I didn't get him that. But I gave him another 10,000 rupees. So he was very irritated. He said, "Too little, too little." But I said, I convinced him. I didn't have rulers, otherwise I would have patted him shabash like that with a ruler, and he would have given me a ticket. But anyway, all that is gone. And I thought I would get a lot of votes because people in this world are either tall or they're short. Now I would have got tall people's votes because I'm tall and my wife is short. So my wife would have got the short people's votes. So short people and tall people, there was no way that I would not win an election. And my opponent, he was exactly the opposite. He was a short man with a tall wife. Now, short man with a tall wife will not get votes because the men are tall, and if the short man goes to tall men, they will laugh at him and say, "You bloody shorty, who will vote for you?" And if my wife, who's tall, goes to them and tells the short women that I want your vote, they will resent her because she is tall and they are short. So this was a very big problem for me. And then what to do? So then I lost that election also. Many elections I lost, etc., etc. But I did not lose heart. I said, keep fighting, keep fighting. I was like a US Marine, in a trench in Vietnam, fighting on and on and on. And that is the story of my life. I am actually a failed politician, but I should have stuck to it. I didn't have the determination. I started thinking that's a useless profession, yeah. You sit on a hunger strike, and there are people who want admission for their children. And when you go to the principal says, push off. So there is rejection from all sides. Despite that, I have become, with my succeeding failures, I have become very philosophical in life. In fact, now I think I may become a god man because people will need my gems of wisdom. I will start with that, and then I will become like Ramdev or one of these art or living fellows. They are not this. I will give soul stirring speeches, and they will also, they will pass me money. I want their money, yeah. But these bloody fools, Indians, they don't spend, yeah. They will spend on themselves, but they will not pass it to a holy man, which I hope to become. Well, friends, this is my life story. I will tell you more things as time goes on. So now I will have to go. See you later, alligator.